Ever wondered why the dollar seems to be on a bull run lately, despite the Federal Reserve's apparent delay in cuts? Well, you're not alone. The dollar has been making headlines, showcasing an impressive performance in the global market. Some might even say it's having its best run in a year. But what's behind this surprising strength? The dollar story is one of resilience and robustness, a testament to the strength of the American economy. Amidst a sea of fluctuating currencies and economic uncertainties, the dollar has managed to stay afloat, even thriving in these challenging times. Its performance is nothing short of remarkable, and it's catching the attention of economists and market watchers around the world. Now you might be wondering, isn't the Federal Reserve delaying cuts? Shouldn't this be a cause for concern? Well, that's where things get interesting. Despite the Federal Reserve's actions, or lack thereof, the dollar continues its upward trajectory. It's a complex scenario, one that has many market watchers scratching their heads. There are several factors contributing to the dollar's strength. It's not just about the Federal Reserve's decisions, although they undoubtedly play a significant role. It's a combination of economic indicators, global market trends, and perhaps a bit of that good old American resilience. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll be unpacking these factors, exploring their impact on the dollar's performance, and shedding light on this fascinating financial phenomenon in the upcoming segments. We'll dive into the role of the Federal Reserve, the implications for the average Joe, and wrap it all up with a concise recap and conclusion. So buckle up and get ready for an intriguing journey into the world of finance and economics. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the factors that have made the dollar a force to reckon with in the global market. Why is the dollar performing so well? What are the driving factors? We've heard these questions quite often lately, and for good reason. The strength of the dollar is no accident. It's a result of various factors interplaying in the domestic and global economy. Let's break it down, shall we? First up, we have the state of the U.S. economy. The dollar is, in many ways, a reflection of the overall health of the nation's economy. When the U.S. economy is doing well, the dollar tends to strengthen. This is because a strong economy attracts investment, both from within the country and from overseas. Now keep in mind, the U.S. economy has been resilient in recent years, with steady growth and low unemployment rates. This has contributed to the dollar's robust performance. Next up, interest rates. They play a significant role in determining the value of the dollar. When the Federal Reserve, the central bank of the United States, raises interest rates, it makes the dollar more attractive. Higher interest rates mean higher returns for investors, so they buy more dollars, which increases the currency's value. Then we have inflation. A low inflation rate is generally good for the dollar. Why? Well, low inflation means that the purchasing power of the dollar is being preserved. When inflation is under control, it's more likely that the dollar's value will remain stable or even increase. Now, let's talk about global market trends. The dollar's value is also influenced by what's happening in the world economy. For instance, during times of economic uncertainty or geopolitical tensions, investors often flock to the dollar as a safe haven. This increased demand can push up the value of the dollar. And finally, we can't ignore the impact of trade balance. When the US exports more than it imports, it creates a demand for the dollar on the global market. This demand can help to strengthen the dollar's value. So there you have it. The state of the US economy, interest rates, inflation, global market trends, and trade balance are all key factors contributing to the strength of the dollar. But remember, these factors don't operate in isolation. They are all interconnected, and changes in one can impact the others. As we can see, a multitude of factors contribute to the dollar's strength, but there's more to it. Let's explore further. The Federal Reserve plays a significant role in the economy. How does it affect the dollar's performance? To understand the Federal Reserve's impact on the dollar's performance, we need to delve into the central bank's two primary monetary policies: interest rates and quantitative easing. Firstly, let's take a look at interest rates. The Federal Reserve sets these rates to steer the economy. When the economy is booming, the Fed might raise interest rates to keep inflation in check. But when the economy is sluggish, it might lower rates to stimulate spending and investment. Here's the thing. Higher interest rates can make the dollar more attractive to foreign investors, which can drive up its value. Conversely, lower interest rates can make the dollar less appealing, potentially driving down its value. Next up is quantitative easing, a somewhat more complicated concept. In essence, quantitative easing is when the Federal Reserve buys long-term securities from the open market to increase the supply of money and encourage lending and investment. When the Fed implements quantitative easing, it's essentially pumping more dollars into the economy, which can lead to a decrease in the dollar's value. Why? Because when there are more dollars in circulation, each individual dollar is worth a little bit less. So, to sum it up, the Federal Reserve influences the dollar's value through its monetary policies. By adjusting interest rates and implementing quantitative easing, the Fed can either boost or reduce the dollar's appeal to investors, which can lead to fluctuations in its value. But it's important to remember that the Federal Reserve's monetary policies are just one piece of the puzzle. Other factors, like the state of the global economy and geopolitical events, also play a significant role in determining the dollar's strength. The Federal Reserve's policies significantly influence the strength of the dollar, but what does this mean for you? You might be wondering, what does all this mean for me? Well, let's break it down. The strength of the dollar, or any currency for that matter, is not just an abstract concept for economists to ponder over. It has real, tangible implications for you and me. Think about the last time you went shopping. The price tags on those goods, they're influenced by the strength of the dollar. A strong dollar buys more of foreign goods, which can often mean lower prices for imported items. So that French wine or Japanese car, they could potentially be cheaper. Now consider travel. If you've been dreaming of that European vacation, a strong dollar might just be your ticket to an affordable trip. It means more euros for your bucks, making everything from hotels to meals more affordable in foreign lands. But here's the twist. Not everything is rosy with a strong dollar. If you're an investor, a strong dollar can be a double-edged sword. Sure, it can boost the value of your foreign investments, but it can also hurt U.S. companies that rely heavily on exports. Why? Because their goods become more expensive for foreign buyers, potentially leading to lower sales and profits. And let's not forget about the job market. Companies that earn a significant portion of their revenue from overseas can face a squeeze in profits due to a strong dollar. This could lead to cost-cutting measures, which might mean job losses or slower hiring. So, in a nutshell, the strength of the dollar can impact your wallet, your travel plans, your investments, and even your job. It's like a ripple effect, starting from the world of high finance and reaching all the way to your front door. It's important to remember that these effects are not instant. They take time to filter through the economy, and they are just one part of a much larger picture. There are many other factors at play, including government policies, geopolitical events, and economic trends both at home and abroad. The strength of the dollar has far-reaching effects, some more apparent than others. Let's sum up what we've learned today. We've delved into the factors contributing to the dollar's strength, from global economic trends to domestic policies. We've seen how the Federal Reserve plays a central role in this narrative, with their decisions on interest rates and monetary policy having significant ripple effects. We also explored how this impacts the average person, affecting everything from the price of your morning coffee to the stability of your job. Whether you're an economist or just curious, it's clear that these forces shape our world in ways big and small. So the big takeaway? The financial world is a complex tapestry, and the dollar's strength is but one thread in it. Understanding the factors that drive the dollar's strength can help us make more informed decisions in our daily lives. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, keep an eye on the dollar.